Are we live? Ahaha, I think we are. Let's see. Are we live? I think so.
I think we are.
Let me turn this one down, guys. Let me know in the chat. Can you hear me? I'm going to have a quick sort out on my side just so that I can see what's popping off on the YouTube. Let's see. Let me prop this one up. There we go. Hey, Frankie B in the chat says hello. Hello, Frankie B. Let's see, guys on the YouTube, if anybody can hear me, Wise Pounds Beautiful, let me know in the chat. Can you hear me clearly? Flash Revision Lab says, come on, come on. Good to have you on. Good to have you on. Hope things are going well with you. OM7N says hi. Let me know. Can you hear me clearly? Actually, let me just turn this around real quick because I remember how I did this last week. There we go. Now I can see how many people are on. Flash says, I can hear you. Beautiful. Thank you very much. I am Kali says hello and also confirms. Beautiful. Let's see on the YouTube. Maria, awesome, says hi, sir. Hi, everyone. Hello, Maria. Iman says hi. Hello, Iman. Nice to see a few more joining. Mahima says, I remember you helped me pass my maths. Hey, well done, Mahima. I remember you as well. You were a regular on the streams. Beautiful. For anybody wondering, guys, we're going to be starting at 5 past. 5 past or 10 past. We're going to see how we feel. I'm going to write on the screen for now. Let me just set this up. I'll write it down here. Starting at 5 past. Just in case people come and they think we're not actually doing any maths. Beautiful. Bashir says, are you only doing foundation paper today? Yeah, only foundation today. Cheyenne says, do you remember Shades or not? Of course. Preet says, what's the app? The app I'm using on my iPad is called Notability. Guys listening on the YouTube for me, could you just let me know if everything's running smoothly, please? I think the connection should be pretty good. I'm being told on my end that things are good. So let's see. Guys, let me know in the chat, by the way, how have your days been? How have your days been? Mini Cookie says, hey man, when do you solve Cambridge IGCSE papers? So I actually don't solve any Cambridge IGCSE papers on social media. On the social media side of things, I pretty much only do Edexcel. It's beneficial for everybody who does AQA as well. Also beneficial for you guys doing Cambridge IGCSE. They're all super, super similar. If you're doing Edexcel IGCSE, there's a couple of topics which aren't in regular Edexcel or AQA. Yeah, you won't have full coverage of the course. But anyone doing AQA, guys, the overlap between Edexcel and AQA is over 95%. It's over 95%. Let's see. Bryson says, my GCSE May. Just kidding said, how do you do volume and speed? I'm not sure if you mean for a question. I think there's questions in this paper on that one. I'm not sure, to be honest. Denisa said, what year's paper is this? Guys, I should start putting that on the screen. I remember somebody said. This is, I'm pretty sure, the November 2022 paper. Yeah, it is. So this is a November 2022 paper. I know a lot of you guys like to print it out. So November 2022 paper. Guys, I'm going to be making an announcement very soon as well for the plan over the coming weeks. I'm going to let you know in advance which papers we're going through so you can print them off. I'm also going to be letting you know when we go live. Let's see. Frankie B says, good, thank you. How's your day been? Very, very good, thank you. Steven says, is Edexcel the same as AQA? Super similar, guys. Super similar. Nice to see a few others. Actually, guys on the YouTube, could you please let me know? Could you please let me know if there's a thumbnail on the video? So you're gonna have to actually go off and go back to like the main channel or something like that and just see if there's a thumbnail on the video, because I should be able to set the settings up the way that I have, and I want to know if it's shown this thumbnail. We're going to have some pretty fun thumbnails moving forwards. Couple of people asking about a course, whether I have one, guys. I'm going to be announcing in a few weeks. I'm going to be doing some extra live streams. They're going to be on a website that I'm building now. So it's going to be like a small amount of money per month, basically. And then you can log in, and I'm going to be going live loads over there. But that's not kind of confirmed yet, so I'm not gonna give any details of that just yet. It's in development, let's say. It's in development. Butternut Squashed says, do you do higher? Yep, I do higher. So I'm doing foundation on a Tuesday, higher on a Thursday. Foundation on a Tuesday, higher on a Thursday, both 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Gracie said, this can be my revision for today, just on a full day of dance. Hey, very nice, very nice. Guys, it's just as important, to be honest, to recharge over the Easter break as it is to do work. A lot of people saying start, yeah. So let me just say this before we get going. It's just as important to recharge. And if you're doing, for example, a past paper a day, that is excellent revision. Excellent revision. So Gracie, you should be pretty happy with that. Guys, one more thing before we get cracking. Please do not spam the chat. You can put your answers in the chat. Please do, but please don't spam it. Otherwise, you're going to get muted. Just so that everybody can put stuff in the chat. There's only 80 of us on at the moment. Normally we're going to get it, or hopefully we're going to get up to, 100, 200, 400, even 2,000 of us last year. So yeah, we want to keep the chat as clear as possible. Loads of people dropping answers in the chat for this first one. Yep, good work, good work. Most people saying 3 over 10. And absolutely, guys, put your answers in the chat for me and we'll see. So Steven says 30 over 100, Kitty 3 over 10, Archie 3 over 10, Bryson 3 over 10. Guys, if you said 3 over 10 for that first one, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Well done. So the answer to this first one, 0.3 as a fraction, is going to be 3 over 10. Now, ideally, this is one that we will have just memorized. So 0 point a number is always going to be that number over 10. If we wanted to work this out, we could think of this as being, I'm going to write this in orange because it's very optional. So we could think of this as being 0.30, which is the same as 30% if we multiplied it by 100, which is the same as 30 over 100, which is the same as 3 over 10. So that's how you could work that out if you wanted to work it out, guys. But really, that's one that hopefully we're going to have memorized. Superb work if you got that one. Nicely done, Iman. Maria, thank you. Mini Cookie, thank you. You guys sorting that out. Guys, question number 2 now. Work out 3 to the power of 2. Work out 3 to the power of 2. Drop your answers in the chat for me. Let's have a look and see what we can do. Connie says 9, Bryson 9, Frankie B says 9, MABD says 9, 15 of us saying 9. Let's see how high we can get that number, guys. Sacred says 9, L says 9, MABD says 9. Guys, if you're saying 9, congratulations, you are correct. How do we know that 3 to the power of 2 is equal to 9? Well, what does 3 to the power of 2 mean? This little number at the top is a power. It means that we times 3 by itself. Because the power is 2, we have 3 times 3. What's 3 times 3? 3 times 3 is 9, giving us 9 as our answer for question 2. Guys, if you got that one, good work. Nice, easy questions at the start of the paper. If you didn't get it, don't stress. Hopefully the explanation helped. Question number 3, work out 20 divided by 3 plus 2. 20 divided by 3 plus 2. Shush says 4, Summer Mai says 4, Evan 4, Archie 4, Bryson 4, Dazmad 4, Queen 4. Yeah, guys, if you said 4, nicely done. Superb work. It is, in fact, 4. Why is it 4? What's the topic here, guys? Let me know in the chat as well. What's the topic here? Why is the answer 4? What topic did we use or what method did we use? What are we going to say? What are we going to say? Yeah. I can see some typos coming in hard. But yeah, exactly. BIDMAS. Well done, Borden. Well done, Yasmin. Well done, Gracie. Well done, Ellis. Yeah, BIDMAS. Guys, BIDMAS is an acronym which describes the order of operations when we do a calculation. So we deal with the brackets first. So we're going to do 20 divided by, we're going to do with the brackets first. 3 plus 2 is 5. Then we can do 20 divided by 5, guys, which is 4. Superb work. The division came here in the BIDMAS. B stands for brackets, I for indices, D for division, M for multiplication, A for addition, and S for subtraction. Guys, good work. If you got that one, question numero 4. We're going to do this one, and then I'm going to ask the chat for a little bit of feedback on something. Let me just see if I can set up a poll with the way I'm looking at this. Or if any of the mods are on. Okay, I can't do that. Okay. No, I can't see it at the moment. Okay, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. I'll just ask you guys in the chat. Let's do question 4 then. Question 4 says write down a factor of 60 between 8 and 14. What are you guys saying? Ellis says 10 or 12. Abiola, what a name, I love that name. Connie says 10 or 12. Jess kidding 12. Shush 12. You guys 10 or 12. Bryson 10 or 12. Guys, well done. So you only need to write down one of them, but yeah, 10 or 12. The factors of a number, guys, are the numbers which go into a number. writing down all of the factors of 60, we're going to have 1 and 60, because 1 times 60 is 60. We're going to have 2 and 30. We're going to have 3 and 20. We're going to have 4 and 15. We're going to have 5 and 12. And we're going to have 6 and 10. 7 doesn't go, 8 doesn't go, 9 doesn't go. Now we can see, guys, choosing one of them, which is between 8 and 14. We could have 12, we could have 10. Guys, if you got that one, nicely done. Give yourself a little pat on the back. Come on, come on. Question 5 on the screen. Guys, now I'm going to ask you for a little bit of feedback just to help me make these better. I only started doing this a couple weeks ago for this year. Guys, can you please let me know in the chat if you're watching on the TikTok? Can you please let me know in the chat what's better, horizontal or vertical? So there's a way I can do this where I have the full kind of thing in vertical, but I think horizontal is actually quite nice. I think horizontal is quite nice because you can turn your phone around and get locked in. So if you guys could let me know in the chat, horizontal or better, which one's better, let me know. Either type horizontal in the chat or vertical for me. Horizontal in the chat or vertical, let me know. Abiola says horizontal, Gracie horizontal, Elizabeth horizontal. Kurokawa Izana, what a name. Horizontal, Abiola horizontal for, yes, guys, you don't know how happy that makes me. You don't know how happy that makes me, guys. I'm super glad you said that because, to be honest, horizontal makes my life easier. Horizontal makes my life easier. Yep, okay, J1 says horizontal, Frankie B, horizontal, wicked, wicked, wicked. That's good to hear, that's good to hear. Okay, guys, question 5 then. Let's go through it. Simplify 3 times by W times by 5 times by T. What are we going to do? Well, when we have an expression like this that we want to simplify, and we have letters and numbers, we're going to multiply our letters by our letters, or just write them next to each other, and multiply our numbers by our numbers. So we're going to do 3 times by 5, which is going to give us 15. And then we can't actually do any multiplication with the letters, so we just write it like this. This is the same as 15 times by W times by T. If we write a couple of letters next to each other, it means that they're being multiplied. Okay, question number 6. Question number 6, we have 4 marks up for grabs in this one, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit more time. I'm just going to write this up here, so 4 marks. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit more time than before. Let's have a look and see what we can do. To anybody who doesn't know, I'm live on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. If you want to watch on a computer or something, the channel's going to be the place to go. The channel's been growing pretty quickly recently, actually. We're up to now, I think, 16,000 subscribers or something. The community, we've got NJ on, we've got Nofila Fatima on, a lot of the OG founding class. I know a lot of the people joining these lives, guys, are actually people who did their GCSEs with me either last year or the year before. So they help with questions really often. Loads of them are on the channel, so that's another reason to be over there. It's just better for locking in, to be honest, but it's you know, there's pros and cons to each. A lot of people asking what the channel is. The channel is My GCSE Maths. My GCSE Maths. This is the channel, so it's the same on the channel as it is on TikTok. So if you guys want to follow over there, that would be absolutely awesome. Okay, guys, should we have a look at question 6, or should I give you a little bit more time? Drop ready in the chat when you're ready for me, and we're going to go through them. Haha, Hard says, I miss doing these questions, OMG. Hey, guys, I love it when the founding class or class of 2024 drop through. It's so cool to see you guys. NJ says, I'm good, just currently locking in some A-level revision. Come on, come on. One of the OGs, one of the OGs. Okay, should we have a look at this one then, guys? Shall we have a look at this one? Question number 6, let's have a look. It says that Faye is planning a trip to the theme park for 1 adult and 2 children. These are the costs for the trip. The total cost of petrol is £23. The tickets to the theme park, £33 for each adult, £24.50 for each child. The meals are £15 for each adult and £10 for each child. Faye has £200 to spend. Expensive day out for Faye. She pays all of the costs. How much money does she have left? Guys, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to start off by working out how much money Faye spends. So 1 adult and 2 children. Let's add them all up. So we've got the total cost of petrol of £23. So that's going to be our first cost. Oh, let me go back to blue, actually. That's going to be our first cost. So £23. And then one adult, tickets to the theme park, £33, so we can add that on. Now, when it comes to the children's tickets, we have 2 children, so we're gonna have to multiply this number by 2. So we're gonna do £24.50 times by 2. The 24 times by 2 is gonna give us 48, and the 0.5 or the 50 pence times by 2 is gonna give us £1. So we have £48 plus £1 is gonna be £49. So we can now add a 49 to our column addition. Next up, the meals, £15 for each adult. Once again, we have 1 adult, so we can write that in there. And then we could go ahead and do the meals, £10 for each child. Well, we said there's 2 children, so we're gonna multiply this one by 2. This is gonna give us 20, so we can add that on. Now, guys, what we can do is we can use column addition to add together all of these numbers and then subtract that from 200 to work out the total spend. Let's get it done. So adding up these rows, we're gonna have 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 9 is 15, plus 5 is 20. So we write in the 0, which is the second digit of the 20, carry the 2 because of the 20. Next up, we're gonna do 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 3 is 7, plus 4 is 11, plus 1 is 12, plus 2 is 14, so we're gonna have 14 down here. That means that she spent £140. How much does she have left then? We're gonna do £200 that she has minus the £140 that she spent. That, guys, is going to be £60. We could either do that in our head or we could do that with column subtraction. So if it was with column subtraction, we do 200 minus the 140. 0 take 0 is 0. 0 take 4 we can't do because 4 is bigger than 0. So we borrow 1 from the 2, we write the 1 in there. 10 take 4 is 6, 1 take 1 is 0, and that is how we get 60 with column subtraction. Guys, if you got that one, amazing work. Looking down at the chat, let's see what's popping. Let's see what's popping. Bella said £60 left. Good work, Bella. Gracie, good work. Good work, Fraser. Yeah, nicely done, guys. You guys are smashing this today. You guys are smashing this today. Okay, moving on. Question number 7. A little bit of time to think about this one. Nicely done, Iman. Guys, can the regulars let me know if you're here with a little lightning bolt in the chat, please? Any regulars in the chat, drop a lightning bolt for me. I'm trying to get to grips this year with who's going to be coming back each day, because normally if people are the kind of people, or not every day, but normally when people come back each week, they're the people whose questions I focus on mainly. So guys, let me know if you're a regular with a lightning bolt in the chat. Then we're going to go through question number 7. And if you're looking for the lightning bolt emoji right now, if you type in thunder, it's going to come up. It's going to come up. Okay. Lighting bulb. Maybe that's what it sounded like I said. NJ there with the lightning bolt. Beautiful. Ella's in there with the lightning bolt. Iman as well. Wicked, guys. Wicked, wicked. Okay, let's have a look at question 7. Any other regulars? Can't see any at the moment. Okay, question number 7. Here is a list of 8 letters. Write down the mode. I've seen a lot of people dropping answers in the chat, putting in A. And guys, if you said A, you are correct. Well done. Why is the answer A? It's A because A is the most occurring. What does mode mean? Mode means the letter that we get the most. We get 4 A's, or actually 5 A's. We get 2 B's, so A is the most occurring. So A is our mode. Next up, one of the 8 letters is going to be picked at random on the probability scale. Mark with an X the probability that this letter is going to be a B. Guys, how do we do this one? Well, we can see that our probability scale goes from 0 to a half to 1. And in particular, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 jumps. Well, how many letters do we have at the top? At the top, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters. So what we're going to have to do is work out how many out of the letters are B's, and that is going to give us our probability. So we have 2 B's out of 8. So the probability of getting a B is 2 out of 8. So when it comes to marking it on the number line, it's going to be 2 out of the 8 jumps across that we have to do. So that's our answer to that one, guys. 2 over 8. If some of you simplified it to a quarter, that's perfect. And you could have thought of that as half of a half. Perfect as well. Finally, find the probability that this number is a C. Find the probability it's a C. What are we going to do? Well, we need the number of C's out of the total number of letters. So we're going to do our 1C out of the total number. We already said there was 8. So it's going to be out of 8 down there. It's going to be out of 8 down there. Guys, if you got that one, nicely done. Moving on now. Question. That's not good. That's not good. Guys, can you let me know in the chat? Can you either write lag or no lag for me, depending on if it's lagging? So lag or no lag, depending on if it's lagging. Let's see. Lag or no lag, depending on if it's lagging. Nafila said it's fine for me. Okay. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, so it was a little bit before, but it's not now. Okay, beautiful. Thank you guys for coming in the chat. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, very good. I'm actually running this on my hotspot. NJ said there is lag. Guys, I don't know why how this can be happening. Okay. Okay. Anyway, let's keep rolling with it. Let's keep rolling with it. And we will move. NJ said the audio is also bugging out. Hey, that's so weird. That's so weird. Now people saying there is lag. Okay, anyway, let's go through these questions. I'll get the next one on the screen and then I'll try and fix it on the fly. The question says, solve m minus 3 is equal to 4. This is a classic solving equations question, guys, where we're going to need to rearrange this to make m the subject. How do we do that? Well, whatever we're currently doing to the m, we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to add 3 to both sides, because that's the opposite to subtracting 3. On the left-hand side, the minus 3 and the plus 3 are going to cancel. We're going to get m. And on the right-hand side, we're going to do 4 plus 3, which is 7. So that's how we're going to do that one, guys. Amazing work if you got that one. Next up, solve 3n plus n is equal to 24. How are we going to do this? Well, we're going to start off by collecting our like terms. 3n plus n, well, n is actually the same as 1n. So we can do 3 plus 1 gives 4. So 3n plus 1n is 4n. This is going to be equal to 24. Now we can divide both sides by 4 because at the moment that n is being multiplied by 4. So we're going to do divide by 4, and we're going to get that n is equal to 6. N is equal to 6. Guys, if you got that one, amazing work. 5 seconds to screenshot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to move on to our next question. Only one mark up for grabs in this one. Guys, as soon as you get this one, let me know in the chat. Let me know. Drop your answer in the chat as soon as you get this one. Okay, what's the answer, guys? Find the value of y. What do we reckon? What do we reckon? Okay, lots and lots of people dropping answers in the chat. Lots of people. Let's see. Most sent answer 290. Guys, should we have a look? Are we right? Is it 290? Let's see. It says find the value of y. How could we know that this is 290 degrees? If you got that one, guys, you're actually correct. So well done. If you got it, you're correct. Find the value of y. Well, we know that angles around a point add to 360 degrees. We know that angles around a point add to 360 degrees. So to find the value of y, all we have to do is 360 subtract 70, which, guys, is 290. You could do that in your head. You could use the long subtraction or column subtraction. So we can do 360, take away 90, I'm bugging, take away 70, and that would give us our answer. So 0 take 0, can't do. Carry from the 3, turn it into a 2, turn that into a 6. 16 take 7, guys, is going to be 9. 2 take nothing is going to be 2. giving us 290. And what's the reason, guys? Well, that is actually exactly what I wrote up here. It's the fact that our angles around a point add up to 360 degrees. So that one we kind of did in reverse. Guys, if you got that one, nicely done. Moving on to question number 10. Yeah, let's do this one. Question number 10. Guys, if you could let me know in the chat as well, lag or no lag? Could everybody please comment for me, lag or no lag, depending on if there's lag. There's 135 of us on at the moment and 10 of us on the channel. Let's see, lag or no lag? Just a quick little one. Eva says no lag. Mona says no lag. Dave, no lag. Okay, beautiful. Yes, okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. I wonder what causes it to kick in and out then, because there's definitely something. But that's beautiful. Maybe I just have to not talk about it. Pretend it doesn't exist and it won't happen. Okay, guys. Question 10. Are we ready for this one? Are we ready for this one? Oh, now more people are saying lag. Well, guys, if yours is lagging, what it suggests is that it's your connection instead of mine, just because loads of people were saying that it weren't lagging. That it wasn't lagging. Okay, guys, question 10. Let's have a look. Drop ready in the chat when you're ready for me, and we'll go through it. Let's have a look. Okay, quite a few people dropping answers in the chat. Let's have a look. The question says, a shop sells jars of coffee. Each jar of coffee costs £4. Michael has £23. Work out the greatest number of coffee jars that Michael can buy. A couple of different ways to do this, guys. We could write out all of our multiples of 4. I would say that the best way to do it is, let's firstly see if we can buy 5 jars. How would we see if we can buy 5 jars? Well, how much would 5 jars be? It would be the £4 times by 5. This is going to be 20. So we know we can afford 5 jars. Let's see if we can afford 6 jars. So we're going to do £4 times by 6. This, guys, is going to be 24. We can see that this is more than the amount of money that we have. We only have £23. This is £24. So we can't afford 6. We can afford 5, though. So the greatest number of jars of coffee that Michael can buy is gonna be 5. Guys, if you got that one, nicely done. Great work. Moving on to part B. I'm not gonna give you long for this because this has been on the screen for a while. In fact, let's just go through it now. In a sale on Wednesday, jars of coffee are sold at half price. Michael thinks he can now buy exactly twice the number of jars for £23. Is Michael correct? You must give a reason for your answer. Chat, what do we think? Is he correct? Georgia says he is. Hannah's dropping 11 in the chat. What are we saying, guys? Hannah says yes. Charlie says no. We've got mixed opinions here, guys. Shania says yes. Guys, let's have a look. So, in a sale on Wednesday, the jars are sold for half price. Can he buy double? Well, it's very natural to think that you can buy twice as many. Well, if they're half the price, surely we can buy twice as many. But let's go ahead and work out how many jars we can actually buy for £23 if they're half the price. So, if they're half of the price, they were £4. So they were £4. Now they're half of that, so they're now going to be £2. Now we're going to do exactly what we did before. We're going to see how many times 2 goes into 23. So we can firstly work out how much 10 jars would cost. So £2 times 10 is going to be £20. So we can afford that because it's less than 23. Can we afford another one? Well, £2 times by 11, that's going to be 22. So can we afford that? Well, we have £23. 11 jars is £22, so we can afford 11 jars. Can we afford 12 jars? Let's have a look. So £2 times by 12, that's going to be £24. That's more than the £23 up here, so we can't afford 12. So what's the total number we can afford now? It's 11. Let's look at the question again. Is Michael correct? Michael said that we can buy exactly twice as many as before. Well, before we could buy 5, now we can buy 11, so we can say that no, Michael is not correct. Michael is not correct. We can actually buy 11. Guys, hopefully that makes sense. Talk to me in the chat. Talk to me in the chat. Actually, lots of people didn't get that. Lots of people didn't get that. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, if you didn't get it the first time round, but you understand it now, please can you put in the chat, makes sense now. Please can you put in the chat, makes sense now. A couple of people saying that it's a trick question. Yeah, it was a little bit of a trick question. Emma said, makes sense now. Beautiful. Nicely done, Emma. Let's see. Shania said, still doesn't make sense. Cultish Delight said, makes sense now. Hey, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Guys, wicked job. Mona says, is this AQA? This one's actually EdXL, but they're very similar. They're very similar. Okay, guys, I'm going to move on now to the next question. We're actually going to skip this one because it's not very practical to do on the stream. Let's do this 4 marker. Now, a lot of you guys are probably not going to do this one. A lot of you guys are probably not going to do this one, but I am going to give people time to go through it. The other thing I'm going to ask, guys, I'm doing these streams, a lot of these streams for free. I was wondering if in return, some of you, all of you, any of you could leave a Google review using the link which is in my bio. So if you're watching on the channel, the link is at kind of at the top of my channel page. If you're watching on the TikTok, the link to leave a Google review is at the top. It's like the attached link in my bio on my TikTok page. Guys, if you could leave the stream now, we're gonna have a little bit of a break. We're gonna have a break for like 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. And I'm gonna ask if a few of you could, leave one of those reviews. It's just started lagging. Cultish Delight said, I'll do it when I finished. Okay, I'll remind you guys again at the end maybe. But if you could do it now, that would be awesome, because I know a lot of you are gonna forget at the end. A lot of you, as soon as we finish, are gonna be ending your revision, thinking, nah, I'm not doing this anymore. And then hopping straight off to whatever you do, play FIFA or go to the gym or whatever it might be. Oh, thank you guys. Quite a few people saying that they will leave the review. Hey, that's amazing. Cultish Light said 100%. Thank you. S1 Onak said, I appreciate you for taking your time to do this. Thank you. Yeah, guys, if you could leave that review, that would be amazing. We're going to deliberately take a bit of a break. We're not going to be starting the maths again until 6:36. So we're not going to be starting the maths again until 6:36. So you guys have got a few minutes to go to the top of my page, hit the little link, and leave a Google review. It would be amazing if you could. I'd really appreciate it. That's a little I ask in return for doing the streams for free. And as well, I enjoy doing them anyway, of course, because it's, we've got a good community going, and, it's good to see. But yeah, if you could do the review, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. And he said, OMG was watching you this time last year. Because of you, I got a grade 9 in maths. Hey, Anise, good to hear, good to hear. Congratulations. But don't get it twisted. It's not because of me. It was you who did the work. I made the resources, right? I did the streams and stuff, but you chose to join. So yeah, well done. Very, very well done. Adri says 22 minutes for this one. Guys, we're going to get going in just another couple of minutes. In the meantime, if you could leave a review, that would be absolutely amazing. In fact, I think I can actually check. Maybe I'll be able to see as people are posting them. Let's see, I didn't even think of that. Let's see. Is it gonna come up? Okay. I don't think anyone's left an extra one. Oh, that's sad. Or maybe they have. Maybe it just takes a while to upload. Okay, Gracie said my Google is laggy, but I'll do it later. Amir said, where do I find the review button? It should be at the top of my page in the bio. Or not the bio, you know the link thing on the TikTok page over there. Hannah said, I left the review. Francesca said, I've done it. Okay, guys, so it's just a bit behind then. It's just a bit behind, that's what it means. I think maybe when I pick up my phone, it starts to lag. Maybe that's what's causing it. Maybe that's what's causing it, because I'm using my hotspot. I need to figure this out. I need to figure this out. Guys, I'm going to give it another 30 seconds. Just going to wait until we get to 6:36 because I did say that to the people who were doing the reviews. So I don't want to get started again before they're back. Guys, maybe we're going to start. I want to find a way to make the streams more, give a bit more pizzazz or something. I really want to include music, but copyright, I can't include music. Maybe we'll do like a song of the day or something. Maybe we'll do a song of the day or something. We do have a My GCSE Maths theme tune. Hey, Famalam in the chat. Wicked, wicked. Welcome, mate. Good to have you. Frankie B said you do keep cutting out. That's not ideal. But yeah, the My GCSE Maths theme tune, guys, is, I don't know if you guys know the song Electricity by, do you know it, the song Electricity? Famlam definitely knows it. Bit feels, bit Davido. Iman said, I did the review thingy. Thank you very much. Deek said, thank you for the lives, mate. It's actually really helping me. Hey, good to hear. My pleasure, my pleasure. Kultish Delight did the review. Guys, thank you so much, eh? I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. I'm going to have a look at those after we finish. Okay, guys, shall we have a look at question 12? Drop ready in the chat for me if we are ready, and we will get going. Yeah, guys, any ideas as well for how we can make these streams more like extra, bring some extra energy to them? Let me know. I'm going to try. Zeno says, bro, what are you yapping about? I'm going to try and find some way to include music if I can bypass the copyright, but that's going to be difficult. Okay, a lot of people saying ready for this one. Just give me 1 second, guys. Okay, perfect. Let's get going. So the question says, oh, are we lagging? Oh, no, we're good. The question says, Elena spent 120 minutes at a sports center. She played badminton for 50 minutes. She used the swimming pool for 1/6 of the 120 minutes. She used the gym for 20% of the 120 minutes. She then spent the rest of the 120 minutes in the cafe. Work out the total time in minutes that Elena spent in the cafe. Guys, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to subtract all of the time she spent playing badminton, in the swimming pool, and in the gym from this 120 minutes. The first thing we need to do, though, is work out how long she spent in the swimming pool and how long she spent in the gym. So let's do swimming pool first. So how long did she spend in the swimming pool? Well, it was 1/6 of the 120 minutes. So we're going to do 1/6 times 120 to work out 1/6 of 120. How do we multiply a number by a fraction? What we do is we multiply by the number on the top and divide by the number on the bottom. In this case, when we start with the division. So in this case, 120 divided by 6. Well, 12 divided by 6 is 2. So 120 divided by 6 is going to be 20. And then we're going to multiply this by the numerator of 1. 20 times 1 is just 20. So she spends 20 minutes swimming. Now, what about the gym? So this one's going to be a little bit more challenging. So when it comes to the gym, well, she spent 20% of the 120 minutes. How do we find 20%? We could either divide it straight away by 5, a little bit challenging, or we could start off by finding 10% of 120, use that to find 20%, and then that's going to give us our number. So, firstly, finding 10%. We're going to do 10% times by 120. To find 10% of a number, guys, what we do is we divide it by 10. So this is going to give us 12. So 10%, and I'll actually just rewrite this as of. So 10% of 120 is 12. So that means that 20% of 120 is going to be double that, because 20% is double 10%. So we're going to do 12 times 2, which is going to give us 24 minutes. So now we know it was badminton for 50, swimming for 20, gym for 24. Let's add all of those together. So we're going to do 50 plus 20 plus 24. This is going to give us 94. Now to work out the amount of time she spends in the cafe, we can do the 120 minutes, subtract the 94 minutes. This, guys, is going to give us 26 minutes spent in the cafe. If you got that one, amazing work. Long question there, pretty challenging one. 4 marks up for grabs. 5 seconds to screenshot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to move on to part B. Part B, I'll just go through this one, to be honest, because it looks like it's going to require the full page. It's going to be a bit awkward for you guys. The question says, Elena got to the sports center at 1:30 p.m. She had asked her friend to meet her at 3 p.m. Did Elena get to the cafe by 3 p.m.? Did she get to the cafe by 3 p.m.? In this case, guys, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. Why? Because 3 p.m. is 1.5 hours after 1:30 p.m. So this is 1.5 hours after, which is 90 minutes. So her friend, so how's it worded? And then got to the sports center at 1:30. She asked a friend to meet her at 1:30. Yeah, at 3 p.m. So did Elena make it by 3 p.m.? Well, she has 90 minutes from 1:30 to 3 p.m., but we know that she took 94 minutes to do everything. 94 minutes. So because 94 is greater than the 90 minutes, no, she didn't make it. Hopefully that one made sense there, guys. We're going to keep moving. Question 13, should we do this one? No, it's going to be a bit small on your screens. Yeah, let's do this. Question 14. Guys, my dog is knocking on the door. He's been knocking on the door for a few minutes now, so I'm just going to let him in, and then I'll be back with you guys. Come on, Woods. Come on. Okay. How's the connection looking, by the way, guys? Have we had lag for a while, or have we been looking good? Has the connection been good, or has it been lagging a bit? Okay, Cultish Delight said lagging sometimes. Hey, it's super annoying, guys. Maybe I might be able to fix it, but I don't know if it's going to crash everything. Okay, guys, you know what? I'm going to try to fix it on the fly. If this ends the stream, I'm going to start the stream again in like 2 minutes, okay? So if this ends the stream, I'm going to start it again in 2 minutes, but I'm going to try to fix it and just see. Some people saying don't try fix it. Guys, I want to fix this for moving forwards. So I'm going to change the bit rate while I'm live, which I don't know if you can do that, but let's give it a go. 8,000, apply. Okay. Hopefully that didn't do anything dodgy. Hopefully now there's just no more lag. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Maybe it's crashed. Hopefully it's not. Please don't have crashed. Okay, a lot of people saying lag right now. Maybe it's just recovering. Okay, guys, can you let me know in the chat now, please, if it's lagging? Did I break it? Okay, guys, can you let me know in the chat now, please, if it's lagging? I think we're going to be good now. Maybe it should be bad. Jamilia said it just made it worse. I can't lie. Yeah, I know it's got worse for a couple of seconds. Courtish Delight said lagging bad. Iman said, yeah, lag. Oh. I think we're going to be good now. Maybe it should be bad. Jamilia said it just made it worse. I can't lie. Yeah, I know it's got worse for a couple of seconds. How is it looking? Okay, Gracie said it's fine now. Okay, Amir said, okay, you fixed it for me. Guys, let me know in the chat right now if you can. Lag or no lag? Charlotte26 said, seems better to me. Perfect. Okay, Gracie said it's fine now. Curtis Turnham said, get a Wi-Fi cable. Yeah, guys, my Wi-Fi is bugging at the moment. Musty DP said, yeah, looks good to me. Oh, shouldn't have read that. Cumber said no lag. Amir, no lag. Josh, it's fine. No lag for Alex. Josh said it's fine. Iman, no lag. Hey, guys, looks like we're back and we're cooking. Looks like we're back and we're cooking. Let's see. Hopefully no lag moving forwards. Let's just see. Okay, question 14. I'll go through this one because I know you guys have been waiting for a hot minute. It says, Jenny drives from London to Swindon at an average speed of 54 miles per hour. She drives for 1.5 hours. Work out the distance from London to Swindon. Work out the distance from London and Swindon. So as soon as I read this question, guys, I'm thinking probably we're going to be doing something to do with speed, distance, and time. We've been given a time, we've been given a speed, and we want to work out a distance. So what can we do? Well, we know that speed is equal to distance divided by time. Or if we're going to use a triangle, we could draw a triangle like this. We're going to have an S bottom left, a D in the top, and a T on the bottom right. So speed, distance, and time. Now, we're going to work out our distance. So we have on the top of our triangle the D, S and T on the bottom. So we can do speed times by time is equal to distance. So we're going to do 1.5 hours. So 1.5 hours times by 54 miles per hour. We could think of this as 1.5 times by 54. Then the question becomes, right, how do we do 1.5 times by 54? A couple of different ways to do this. We could times the 1.5 by 10, use column multiplication, and then divide the answer by 10, but that's going to be more difficult. What we can actually do is do 1 times 54, which is 54, and then add to that a half of 54. A half of 54, guys, is going to be 27. Then we can do 54 plus 27, which is going to be 81, which is going to be 81. So our answer there, guys, is 81 miles. So we do 1.5 times by 54. 1.5 times by 54. Next up, guys, Alexi is using a map. The map has a scale of 1 to 25,000. On the map, a road has a length of 6 centimeters. Work out the length in kilometers of the real road. 3 marks up for grabs in this one. I'm going to give you guys a couple of moments and then we will go through it. Guys, talk to me in the chat, by the way. As I was explaining that, because I obviously just had to explain it, I couldn't look. Was there lag or no lag? Let me know in the chat, please, guys. Lag or no lag, depending on if there was any lag. Just want to check if we fixed it. Hopefully, the last thing I want to be worried about during these streams is the flipping connection and if it's lagging. Gracie said no lag. Sandra, no lag. Cultish Delight, no lag. Hey, guys. Looks like we could have patterned it up. Looks like we could have fixed it. That would be wicked if we have. Guys on the YouTube as well, could you let me know if it's lagging? I need to stop saying that, eh? Iman says no lag. Amir said, sir, I reloaded the page and it's working now. Okay, so maybe, guys, if it is lagging for you, then the connection could be on your end or the lag could be on your end. Okay, let's go through this one then, guys. This is tricky. Has anyone got an answer to this one? Has anyone got an answer? Iman says 1.5 kilometers. Does anybody else have an answer? Okay. Hey, adios, NJ said, I also have to go. Good luck if any of you are doing exams next month. Remember, practice is key for getting the grades you want. Hey, come on, NJ. Good to have you, mate. Sammy says 1.5. Guys, let's have a look at this one. It says Alexi is using a map. The map has a scale of 1 to 25,000. On the map, a road has a length of 6 centimeters. Work out the length in kilometers of the real road. So what does this mean, guys, if there's a scale of 1 to 25,000? What it's going to mean is, because 25,000 is 25,000 times bigger than 1, that the real distance is 25,000 times bigger than 6. So, or 6 centimeters. So we can do 6 centimeters times by 25,000 to work out the total distance in centimeters. Now, or the real life distance in centimeters. How do we do 6 times 25,000? Well, what we can do is we can do 6 times by 25, and then we can add 3 zeros on. So we can do column multiplication or grid method. 6 times 5 is 30, write in a 0. 6 times 2 is 12. Add those together, we get 150. So this is going to be 150, and then we're going to add those 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3. So it's 150,000 centimeters, but how do we go from this to kilometers? So we have 150,000 centimeters. Firstly, we're going to go from this to meters. To go from centimeters to meters, there are 100 centimeters in a meter, guys. So we're going to divide by 100. We're going to knock 2 zeros off. So we're going to have 150 and then another 0 in meters. Now converting this into kilometers, there are 1,000 meters in a kilometer. So we're going to divide by 1,000 to go from meters to kilometers. To go from meters to kilometers. So divide this by 1,000, we're going to get 1.5, and then km is going to be our units. Guys, this gives us our answer to this one. If you got it, superb work. Let's see. Talk to me in the chat. How was that one, guys? Did we get it? Gracie, good job. Shania, good job. Prophetess Adipa, good job. Hey, superb work, guys. Nicely done, Sammy. Yeah, awesome. Okay, great work, guys. Great work. Moving on now to our next question. Is going to be question number 15. Oh, good one, actually. Find the midpoints of PQ. Find the midpoints of PQ. Saim Ali says, does the chat have a mod? Yes, the chats do have mods. So anybody who's cucking up or saying anything inappropriate, shall we say, in the chat, they will get blocked. And we have zero tolerance for anybody bringing bad vibes, bad energy. We have zero tolerance. To anybody wondering, by the way, all of the streams are recorded. They're uploaded straight to the channel. So yeah, if you want to watch the replays, you can see them all over there. Maybe I should put that information up here. Actually, at the end, I'm gonna ask you guys a few questions. I want to ask a few questions at the end. One of them is going to be about any information to put in this space of the page, because I think it could be handy. Another question is going to be, well, yeah, I'll just go through them at the end. Guys, let's have a look at this one. It's a 2-mark question, midpoints of PQ. Have we got answers in the chat? We have 330110. Oh, this one's dividing opinions, guys. This one's dividing opinions. Okay, let's have a look. Question 15. Find the coordinates of the midpoints of PQ. So there's a couple of different ways to do this. We could count how far across we go and then halve it and do it that way. Or what we can do is we can find the coordinates of the points and then use the method from the coordinates. So let's do the one with the coordinates because that's going to work in all situations. So what are the coordinates of P? X coordinate, -3, Y coordinate, -2. What about the coordinates of Q? X coordinate of 2, Y coordinate of 4. Now guys, here is the key when working out the midpoint. Here is the key when working out the midpoint. What we're going to do is we're going to add together the two X coordinates and then divide by 2 to find the new X coordinate. And to find the new Y coordinate, we're going to add the Y coordinates together and then divide by 2. So working out the new X coordinate, we're going to do -3 plus 2, which is going to be negative 1. Then we're going to divide that by 2, so negative 1 divided by 2, that is going to be negative 0.5. So that's going to be our x-coordinate of the midpoint, so negative 0.5. Then what about the y-coordinate? We're going to do negative 2 plus 4, which is going to be 2. Then we can divide that by 2 to get 1, which is going to be our y-coordinate, giving us our answer of negative 0.51. Guys, if you didn't get that one, don't worry too much. Difficult question there, but it is important to know. It is important to know because this one comes up quite a lot. Saeem Ali, good work, my friend. Nicely done. Did anybody else get this one? Let's see. Yeah, lots of people struggle with that. Hopefully that one made sense. Guys, drop made sense in the chat for me if it made sense after we went through it. A couple of people asking me to scroll up. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to screenshot this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to move on to... Is this going to be our last question? Yeah, last question. Oh, yeah, good question. Guys, last question of the day. Question 16. Last question of the day, question 16. Ooh, let's have a look and see what we can do. Hopefully the connection's been pretty good these last few minutes. Guys, and to anybody who has been here the whole time, I know a few of you guys have. Absolutely awesome to have you on. Absolutely awesome. I got a feeling you guys are going to be the regulars. Please could you let me know at the end, focus on this question for now, but please could you let me know at the end, once I changed the settings, did it fix the lag? Once I changed the settings, did it fix the lag? So yeah, that's good. Iman said yeah, with the lightning bolt, beautiful, come on. Lots of ideas for this question. A couple of people saying 0.5 times a plus b times h. Okay, here is a quadrilateral ABCD. All measurements are in centimeters. The perimeter of ABCD is 52. Work out the length of DC. Any of the regulars on the channel at the moment? 14 people on the channel, 83 on the TikTok. Hopefully things, and actually could you please let me know on the YouTube channel as well, guys. Did the connection get better after I changed those settings midway through? Did they get better after I changed the settings midway through? Don't worry about it for now. We'll do this question first, and then yeah. Okay, quite a few people dropping answers in the chat. Let's do this one. Saeem Ali said yeah. Jamelia Forbes said yeah. Awesome. Thank you guys very much. Guys, question 16. Last question of the day. Are you ready? It says, here is a quadrilateral ABCD. All the measurements are in centimeters. The perimeter of ABCD is 52 centimeters. Work out the length of DC. Work out the length of DC. What are we going to do? Well, first of all, what does perimeter mean, guys? The perimeter of a shape is all of the side lengths on the outside added together. So we know if we add together this side, this side, this side, and this side, it's equal to 52 centimeters. So we can work out what this would be in terms of x. We can do x plus 1 plus x minus 1 plus 2x plus 2x minus 5. Now we can collect our like terms and simplify this. Just to make it a little bit clearer, I'm going to write them next to each other. So I'm going to move this down here. I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to move this over here. So collecting our like terms, we're going to have x plus x is 2x, plus 2x is 4x, plus 2x is 6x. Now we're going to add together our numbers. 1 minus 1 is 0, minus 5 is minus 5. So what we know is that 6x minus 5 is equal to 52. 6x minus 5 is equal to 52. what we can do now, and that's because the perimeter is 52, is we can solve this equation for x. We can start off by adding 5 to both sides. That's going to give us 6x equals 57. Now we can find the value of x by dividing both sides of our equation by 2. On the left-hand side, we're going to have x. On the right-hand side, 57 divided by 6. 57 divided by 6. Sorry, my dog just got up. How are we going to do that? A few different ways we could do it. We can use the good old-fashioned bus stop method. This is going to have a decimal in it. So let's see what we can do. 6 is into 57. Well, 6 times by 9 is 54. So it's going to go in, so 6 is into 5, 0, carry the 5. 6 is into 57. 6 times by 9 is 54. 57 is 3 bigger than 54, so carry the 3. And then 6 is into 30 is going to go 5 times, giving us x is equal to 9.5. Okay, looking back at the question, it said work out the length of DC. Well, guys, if x is equal to 9.5 and DC is equal to 2x, we can work out the length by doing 9.5 times by 2. 9.5 times by 2, guys. 9 by 2 is 18. 0.5 by 2 is 1. It's going to give us 19 as our answer. Guys, if you got that one, absolutely amazing. Well done. I just turned the volume down a bit. Actually, no, let me just keep that running. So, guys, if you got that one, amazing work. Well done, well done, well done. If you're a regular here, you know what we do at the end of the sessions, guys. I would like you to spam the chat full of as many emojis as you can. Whatever your favorite emojis are, smash them in the chat. Guys, it's time for our party. At the end of every session, we have a little party, a little moment of self-appreciation. So spam the chat full of emojis. Either I'm going to look super silly because no one's going to do it, or a lot of you guys are going to do it and it's going to look sick. So guys, spam the chat full of as many emojis as you can. Disco emojis, dancer emojis, party emojis. And if the real ones are here, we know the lightning emojis are going to come out. Let's see. T with the love hearts. Oh, Sana with loads of Okay, guys, you guys are pulling through. Guys, should we do it on the YouTube as well? There's not as many people watching on the YouTube, but if you can, spam the chat full of as many emojis as you can. Okay, guys, we got loads. Demi's partying. Kultish is partying. Alex is partying. Sana's partying. Kumba is partying. Seth Williams is partying. Gavan is partying. Okay. Guys, I think we need some work for next time, though. These are not the best vibe emojis, I'm telling you. These are not the best vibe emojis. So let's rerun that. We're going to rerun that, guys. Let's put the party emojis in the chat. So I want disco emojis, dancer emojis, the confetti, the drinks, whatever the emojis are that you come up with. We don't want rats in the chat. We don't want ducks. We don't want people doing, let's get the party emojis in there, guys. Let's get the party emojis in there. My dog's looking at me like, come on, man, let me out the room. Let me out the room. Okay, that's better. Demi's dancing. That's better. Kultish Delight's partying. Sungaya's partying. Hannah's partying. Seth Williams is partying. Yeah, that's what we like to see, guys. Kelly Abiel's dancing. Hannah's partying. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Over on the channel, Wicked, we got Kyla. We got Saim Ali. We got Jamelia Forbes. We got Nofila in there with the lightning bolts. Guys, wicked. Okay. So that is the end of our session for today. So to anybody who doesn't know, I'm doing these lives Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 p.m. until 7 p.m. I did say I would remind you at the end of the session. Guys, if you didn't have time to leave the Google review earlier, that would be absolutely awesome. So I'm doing these streams for free, these Tuesday, Thursday ones. Little bit I ask for in return is if you could leave a Google review, that would be absolutely amazing. So there's a link in my bio. On TikTok, also on the channel, you can see it at the top. A link for Google reviews, that'll take you to like a review thing. It'll give you an option to rate out of 5 stars. And then it'll also give the option to write a little message. Guys, if you could do that, that would be absolutely amazing. I would really appreciate it. I'd really appreciate it. A few people asking to screenshot. Absolutely, you can screenshot. There we go. So yeah, if you could do that, that would be absolutely amazing. Maria bringing the good energy in the chat. Good to have you, Maria. Hopefully things are going well today for you. Awesome. Couple of people saying screenshot for what? Just some people like to screenshot the solutions. Like to screenshot the solutions. Sammy says, when is the next live? Next live, Sammy, is going to be on Thursday, same time, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Guys, I'm thinking about going live every day next week. Depends a little bit on how many people are tuning in. Depends a little bit on that. Hey, thank you very much, Cultish Delight. Had to check I wasn't saying your name wrong then. Okay. Guys, final question of the day. Just a little one. Frankie B says, can we see the dog? Hey, Woods, do you want to come over? No, he's not in the mood today. He's not in the mood today, Franks. T with the disco emoji. Cantona says, thank you, bro. Hey, my pleasure, my friend. Guys, the last little question of the day is, what information, if any, should I put in this gap? So there's a little bit of a gap up here in the top right-hand corner. Is there any information that I should put over here? Oh, and the other question, super important, super important. Yeah, Nofila, that's true. That is true. And then I wasn't able to go live on results day. So Nofila, I will be bringing Woods out. Woods, no, not today. But I promise you, I will bring Woods on the camera. Couple of people asking when the next live is. Thursday, 7. Maybe I say next live. Maybe I do something to do with being on the channel as well. Cantona says formulas. That's quite a good idea. Cultish Delight, that's a really good idea. Really good idea. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Maybe I will do that. Okay. Maybe we call it a day, guys. Should we call it a day there? I think we probably should. Guys, amazing work this evening. Nofila said it's all right. Thank you for understanding. Oh yeah, actually no, final question before you go. Final question. You know, after I changed the settings, did it fix the lag? So if you could let me know in the chat, that would be absolutely amazing. So can you either say still lagged or fixed the lag? That would be absolutely amazing. Iman said, yep. Cultish Delight, yep. Okay, I think it fixed it. Demi said, yeah. Oh, nice, guys. That is wicked. So maybe that means we've got it sorted. 30 FPS, boy. Yeah, come on. Said, yep. Frankie Bell said, yep. Awesome. Hey, wicked. Guys, that's so good to hear. So I think that means that the settings are down now. I had to increase the bit rate, believe it or not, for any curious people. Maria said, yes, it's fixed. Awesome. And actually, Maria, could you let me know as well, please? Was it lagging before for you? So is it like, could you say like, if it was lagging before, it fixed it after, if that makes sense. Just because I want to be super clear on this one. Demi said, can you repeat the times you're on, please? Yeah, it should be in the top right-hand corner. So Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Thursday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Maria said, yeah, it's fixed. Okay. Nofila said, excellent session once again. Nofila in here with the energy. Good to have you on, Nofila, as always. Okay, Amir said on the side, put if the paper is calculated or not and what paper it is. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, guys, I am going to say hasta luego, arrivederci. Guys, one final thing, please close your eyes and give yourself a little pat on the back. You have to do it to get maximum benefits. Okay, Maria said last session last week it was, but this session is fixed. Amazing. Guys, close your eyes, give yourself a little pat on the back for me for the work you've put in today. This is what we need to do if we wanted to get those grades in the exams in the next few months. Adios, Demi. Adios, Cultish Delight. Guys, superb work this evening. I will see you either on Thursday for the higher session or next Tuesday for the foundation. If you're doing foundation, the first half of the higher paper is also foundation. So yeah, that would be equally beneficial. Okay, guys, ciao, ciao. Catch you in the